guys, welcome to Singing with Jules. Today's video is going to be about how to be a professional performer. So strap in, put on your jazz shoes, and let me give you some tricks and tips for how to handle yourself like a pro. So you got the gig, congratulations. Being a working performer only comes to a small percentage of us. So the fact that you even landed this is amazing, and you should feel so booked and so blessed for it. So now that you've booked the gig, here are some tricks and tips for how to handle yourself now that you're rolling with the big kids. Number one, be early. Not on time, be early. This is admittedly something that I have struggled with my entire career. Time management is one of my absolute weaknesses. I find that showing up places on time is just so difficult. Some people are so much better at it naturally than others. Here's the thing though, it looks so disrespectful when everybody else is there waiting for you and you're showing up after they are. Plus, it's something you can easily be fired for. I found it helpful to tell myself a different time on the schedule than the time that I actually needed to be there. So if my actual call time for something is 10 o'clock, I will write down 9:45 to be there so that I know that I'm going to be in my mind, oh, I have to be there at 9:45. So hopefully when I'm strolling in at 9:44, 9:46, 9:48, when I'm being realistic about it, I'm not late. I'm still early because that is considered on time. Number two, just take the damn note. Take the note. So you're part of a production and there are notes either before or after rehearsals and show times. Someone like your company manager, your dance captain, your director, someone is standing in front of you all giving feedback for what you did as a group or individually, and things that you need to work on. Things that maybe need improvement, need your attention. Your name gets called and you are exposed for something that needs work or sometimes might just be flat out wrong. Your name gets called and you are singled out. You specifically have been called, pulled up for something that you're doing that nobody else is doing. Maybe you don't think that that note is right. Maybe you think that you're doing it right. Listen, it is that person, the company manager, the dance captain, whoever it is their job to do this. So when they give you a note, take the note. Say thank you note. And if there's an actual issue relating to the note that they're giving you, by all means, take a moment after note session to go up to them and talk about a concern that you might have with either blocking traffic, something you might not be getting, something you thought you were doing right, but you're not doing right clearly because you got the note. Talk to them about it separately outside of the note session, because here's the thing, nobody wants to sit there as a company through notes and listen to you about why you don't think that you did something or why somebody else was causing you to do something. They don't care. Nobody cares. Take the note, move on with your life. Do not argue with the dance captain. Do not argue. Do not. I can't tell you how absolutely frustrating and juvenile it is in the companies that I've been with. The person that always does that is always the person everyone in the entire cast is rolling their eyes at. Nobody cares. Also, if you think that I'm wrong about this, you are that person, and this is how everybody feels about you. Number three, rehearse with respect. Do not show up to rehearsal and half-ass your job. Don't be sloppy. Don't put your hands in your pockets and drag your feet around the stage, and don't have resting bee face. This brings down everyone around you. Engage with your team and show that you care. Rehearsals are part of the gig. Even if at times they feel redundant, Guess what? It's part of your job and part of your contract to participate in them, and I promise you there is a line of people waiting to take your job. So if you can't show up and be a professional and do it the right way, I promise you, you are replaceable. Show up on that stage and be present. No one has time for your diva drama. Now, that's not to say everything needs to be done full out. In a lot of rehearsals, you can mark things. And what I mean by marking things is that sometimes you're gonna be able to not do something full out, like a dance routine. You can sometimes not do your triple pirouette. You can and do a mark turn, or for some high notes, you might be able to float the high note or something, so that they understand that you're actually engaged in the material, you're there, you're present, you're working, but you don't have to go balls to the wall, so to speak. So just so you know that that is acceptable, so long as everybody's on the same page. Your dance captain knows that's what you're doing, your company manager knows that's what you're doing, and you're all aware of the fact that that's happening. If they say no marking, then that's a different case. But for rehearsals, a lot of the times that's encouraged because it just leads to stronger performances down the line. Number 4, if you're sick, like really sick, do not come in to work. Your company manager, your dance captain, they will understand if you are sick. And I promise you, there is a contingency plan for your absence, okay? The show will go on. You know that saying, the show must go on? I promise you, it will go on. And the thing is that nobody wants somebody who's contaminated and sick and contagious to be showing up at work and possibly affecting everybody else. And that's it always spreads within the cast. And everybody always ends up getting sick because we're all so close, we're working in close proximity, we're touching each other, we're sweating on each other, we're kissing each other, and everybody gets sick because when one person's sick and they bring it in, it ultimately contaminates everyone. So just stay home, get better. I promise you, you will get better quicker if you don't push yourself and exert yourself. So just take the time, stay home, get better. Number 5, we're not just coworkers. Being a performer is nothing like making friends with people that you work with at an office or something. You get really, really close, right? Physically and emotionally with your cast members. You become like a family, truly. And therefore, it's really easy for the lines to be blurred and for professionalism to sometimes go by the wayside. I married one of my fellow singers, so I get it. Do you think that there was never a time where I had to be out on stage with him where him and I were fighting or something like that? Yeah, I mean, but you know what? We could not bring that into the professional work environment. There were tons of times where we had to act like we were in love when I wanted to chew his face off, but that is the nature of the game. You have to put your personal feelings aside and do the job, and do it without an attitude, without bringing other people in your environment down, because that's just being a pro, and that is so appreciated by everyone around you. And that goes for anything, you know, leave your personal life at home, especially when you step onto that stage. I mean, by all means, share with your friends, but at the end of the day, showing up, doing the job to the best of your ability, and letting everybody know that you work with, that's there with you, that you are grateful and that you are appreciative for this job is just appreciated by everyone. And I promise you that translates down the line, and your reputation will be remembered as someone who is positive and healthy to work with. And you get more gigs that way too. I mean, people want to work with people who are positive and lovely and good to be around. I hope you found this video helpful. These are just some tricks and tips and things I've learned along the way. Professional performers are very lucky and blessed to be such. There's a lot of amateur performers out there, and to actually be getting a gig that you're paid for is an incredible thing. So I wish you best of luck on your journey and with your gig. And I hope that you found this video helpful and that you apply these tricks and tips to your life as a performer. Thank you so much. If you like this video, share, subscribe, like, all those things. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye.